All right, going over my trade today. Um, it's pretty good. So I took a short, but first I want to go into what my daily bias was. It was originally bullish, so I wanted zooming out. Zoom out to the 15 minute. I wanted these highs to get ran. This missed the high by like a tick. Anyway, so ES did take the high, as you can see here. Didn't come close to taking this high. But it took the high, ran through all these imbalances, and created all these equal lows down here. And then Q just barely missed the high, runs through the bullish imbalances, dumps. And so at this point, before I even look to take a long, first of all, I think this is the next draw on liquidity before we go higher and we can form an SMT here with ES. But so what I was looking at is there's no trade for me here. There was no good setup in the morning. I did miss one because I was walking to class, which is unfortunate, but we have here all these equal highs here. Boom, we take it out, displace down while forming this low resistance liquidity run. So something like this would have been really sweet if I took it in this fair value gap. Offers good risk and yeah, a nice low resistance liquidity run here. Did miss that though. I was kind of hurt because I got to class and realized that the only good setup I missed. So then I'm just waiting. I went home, so like eating breakfast and stuff. And I see us come down here, put in a low. We still didn't take out the external low I was talking about earlier that I think is the draw on liquidity, which I actually didn't target on my trade. But I'll go over that in a minute. But so we put in a low, we consolidate. So this looks to me like it wants to get ran, and this was my first TP. Actually, that no, that was my second TP. My first TP was here. Anyway, so going over back to why I took the trade. We're consolidating. Boom, we get a move out of here. I'm watching this this is a 5 minute fair value gap here. And in the meantime, I don't want to touch anything until ES takes this high. So ES took this high here, and NQ was pretty far from it and actually in a 5 minute imbalance. So we reject here, form the SMT, and at this time, I didn't feel it was ready yet just because ES had these equal highs here that I wanted to get manipulated before dumping then. So then we get this stop rate on NQ. This looks like it's about to dump here, but I'm not going into anything else for the rest of the day. So then we stop rate this. And at this point, I'm watching this fair value gap here. When I see it gets ran through, I know we're going to at least these lows here. But I didn't want to enter. I didn't want to enter just off of that. Once I saw it get respected, I knew we were going down here, if that makes sense. So like, I entered just off the reaction of it and put my stop at the top of this candle here. I wanted a tight stop on it just because this was a really good setup, and if we came down to form more structure and I got stopped out, I'd be fine re-entering into this trade just because the external model looked so good. It really looked like we wanted to go to this low. So once I entered, I got in right about here, and then we quickly reversed. So I was a little worried for a second, like maybe we just came to sweep these lows out, but I held on, and then right when we get this move here, this becomes an order block. So I moved my stop to here because I know if we run past this order block, that we're going to sorry. The fuck? I know if we run past this order block, we're probably going to run the highs again. So my stop was here when this candle closed. I waited for the candle to close, and also knowing that this would probably create a fair value gap. So this move here, and then my stop, I moved it maybe just a little lower, or it was at break even. I'm not quite sure. Uh, yeah, I think I had my stop at break even once this candle got down here. Anyway, so we come down. This one candle hits both of my first TPs. I took two off here, took one off here, and while we were kind of chopping here, I decided to take it off, my last one off at CE of the wick, just because I saw us starting to slow down, and I could definitely see us going back to equilibrium at this point, and I didn't want to hold for that, and it could have stopped me out. So I took it off at CE of the wick. But if we do the... Actually, where's the manipulation here? So it stopped, it was slowing down around the 2.5 on the fib. Yeah. Which also aligned with CE of the wick. So I basically just measured out on the 5 minute, yeah, just half of this wick here, because I know that's a PD array in itself, so didn't want to be in there for that, and I was just pretty happy with my profits. I had a really good RR on this. Now I'm at 51.5k on the funded all time. I was at an all-time high yesterday, and I took a even bigger dub today. I made 270 on the day. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, that's about it. This was a really nice setup. I didn't get that great of an entry. It was more just the soup and realizing that we're probably not going to form a bunch of structure and come back to a fair value gap here. I guess that just came off of experience, because a lot of times I'll wait. But I figured we were going to go lower at this point. So yeah, it wasn't... This is a turtle soup entry. This is turtle soup. So if we wanted to manipulate the highs, I would have been fine with that. I just would have had to re-enter. But this trade was A plus. It didn't give like the perfect, like... Where's the... Oh, path. It didn't give that perfect, like this, come back to this fair value gap and then dump. But I knew we would dump here, so I just entered on the turtle soup, which I don't usually do. But it just looked too good, so I had to take it. Really glad I took this off at CE of the wick, looking back now. See, we could have been stopped out here, but yeah, that's about it. Good trade today. I'm about halfway through my eval now. All-time high on that bitch. Stop fucking with me. Anyway, yeah, that's about it.